Welcome to CSL Leesburg. I am Charlene Banks, your spiritual director, and it is my great pleasure to invite you to our service today. Join us in our opening space. Our theme for 2023 is Living Out Loud. This month, our focus is the light within the shadows. Today's message is Lights, Camera, Action, and it will be given by our spiritual practitioner, Tamara. We're so glad that you joined us today. Please feel free to add to the chat or in the comments any prayer requests, and we will make sure that we pray for you. Even if you have anything that you're celebrating, maybe some miracle happened and you just want to let us all know about it, type that into the chat. And at the end of our talk, Tamara will fold in any requests for prayer into our spiritual mind treatment, which is a form of affirmative prayer. So I invite you to get comfortable and relax into this moment as we officially begin our service with this welcoming video.
Please join us as we create our sacred space. We set our intentions of deepening into our awareness and practice of our 5 pillars of spiritual living by lighting this candle in our virtual world. Our first pillar is sacred study, represented by the divine quality of truth. We use this pillar to recognize the importance of an open mind and the power of our minds. The second pillar is affirmative prayer, represented by the divine quality power. This pillar honors the power of prayer in our daily lives. Our third pillar is meditation and the divine quality of peace. This pillar reminds us of the importance of meditation and the peace we feel when we quiet our minds. The fourth pillar is circulation and the divine quality of life. We know that the great law of circulation works in our lives. As we give, so shall we receive. And the fifth pillar is sacred service and the divine quality of love. This pillar affirms our call to be a service to our world as we see through the eyes of love. Let us close our eyes as we bless this sacred space and our time together. As we weave each of these pillars of spiritual living into our service today, may they deepen our own spiritual practices of study, prayer, meditation, circulation, and service, expanding our minds and our hearts to the 5 divine qualities of truth, power, peace, life, and love. We also bless everyone who made our service possible today and everyone in attendance. May the energy of love that is generated here bless everyone abundantly, and so it is.
So it is. And so now I welcome Tamara into the spotlight. She is going to lead us in meditation. Hello, Tamara. Sorry, I can't hear you. Let me unmute.
There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. And I'm the speaker today. And when I saw the title of the talk today, Lights, Camera, Action, you know I got very excited about it. And it was easy for me to tie in a meditation since I already knew what the topic was for today. So there's going to be a lot of emphasis on theater today. So the meditation I picked comes from a class that maybe you have taken or might take in the future, the Essential Ernest Holmes. And it's called the Theater of the Mind. So get into a position where you're relaxed as we begin our meditation. And just take a deep breath, close your eyes, hold your breath for a moment, and then let it go. And again, take in a deep breath, hold it, and then release it. It always feels so, so good as we calm ourselves down. We keep going, going, going. And it's so good to meditate and just slow yourself down. Slow your breath down. Become aware of your breath. Focus on your breath. Breathing in, holding, and releasing. Now, as you continue to do your deep breathing, hear the sounds of your breathing, your breath. Focus completely on your breath. And you might become aware of some other sounds that you hear, sounds inside wherever you are, sounds outside. And that's okay. We welcome them too, as long as they're not too distracting. We just acknowledge them and let them go on their way. Now I'd like you, in this beautiful state of stillness and awareness, to close your eyes if you have not done so already. And notice that as you close your eyes, everything is dark. But now I'd like you to see, with your eyes shut, do you notice any little tiny specks of light? Little tiny lights that kind of flicker behind our eyelids. And I invite you to shift your focus of awareness, the black space between those lights, the overall blackness that you see when your eyes are closed. Now imagine that this empty black space is the void from which everything has come. You can see it as a night sky, or perhaps, since this meditation is the theater of the mind, I'd like you to imagine that blackness as a black curtain. It might be velvet, it might be silk. It's not flat, there are folds, there are drapes, it's a curtain. Now imagine that this draped black curtain is a stage curtain with an overlapping break in the middle where the two sides overlap so that nothing can be seen behind it. This is the stage on which all life appears. And backstage, behind the curtain, is the realm of the unseen and the unknown. No matter how hard you try, you cannot see past that curtain. Instead, you must wait for things to make their appearance on stage, where they can be seen and felt and fully known and appreciated by the audience, which is you. Behind the curtain exists everything that has ever been or could ever be. Everything behind that curtain responds to the call from the director to step forward and make its appearance when the time is right. And here's the best part of all, and a sneak preview for the message today. You are that director. Since you are the director, you can call forward from behind the curtain anything that you would like to have come forward and make its appearance on your stage. This could be a person, a time or place, an object, a job, a special someone, anything that you think you need to call forward. Call it to what you choose, whatever you want to see, and then watch it in your mind's eye. Step forward The curtains part, spotlight is turned on, and there it is, center stage. Realize that you carry this stage within you and that you never surrender your role as the director of your life's experience. Ask yourself, how does it feel to know this? And let yourself answer that, knowing that we'll explore that later in today's talk. When you are ready, return your awareness to this place and this time. Slowly open your eyes and come back and join us because we have some music by Leah.
Hello, good morning, CSL Leesburg. This is a song, the lyrics are from Rumi, and Elisa Keeler added this melody that goes like this. I hope you'll sing with me once it becomes familiar. Light surrounds me, light above me, light within me, shining through me. Light surrounds me, light above me, light within me, shining through me. Light surrounds me, light above me, light within me, shining through me. Together. Light surrounds me, light above me, light within me, shining through me. Light surrounds me, light above me, light within me, shining through me. Light surrounds me, light above me, light within me, shining through me. Light surrounds me, light within, shining through me. Light surrounds me, light within, shining through me. One more time. Light surrounds me, light within, moving through me.
All right, folks. Thank you so much, Leah. Oh, that's perfect for today. So here we are, the last Sunday in May. So our focus for this month has been the light within the shadows. And I'm going to start today's talk with a little summary of what we've been discussing for the month of May. So light and dark coexist together and cradle each other in support. There isn't one without the other. They each have their own traits and characteristics. They may seem to be separate and act independently, but actually they're a pair that work in unison and complement each other within the spectrum. Generally, we have to learn, or we are taught to embrace the light as good and avoid darkness as bad, given its unknown properties and the mystery behind it. However, the two work together in unison. Picture the yin yang symbol, as Charlene encouraged us to do. This month, we're exploring how to appreciate and welcome both light and dark for what they each bring and offer to us. So our title of our talk today, like I said, is Lights, Camera, and Action. And thank you, Charlene, for giving me this Sunday and this topic. If you're familiar with the practices and beliefs, you know there's no such thing as a coincidence, and it's not a coincidence that I'm your speaker today. Charlene knows, she's witnessed my passion for theater. I can't remember how old I was. I was quite young, and I remember seeing a performance of Peter Pan. And as I watched the show, I remember thinking, oh, I want to do that. I want to be there up on stage just as they are. And I got my big break when I was in 5th grade. I was Glinda the Good Witch in our classroom play, The Wizard of Oz. I was very shy when I was younger. I describe myself as being painfully shy. But when I was on stage, I got to be someone else. And I really liked that feeling. I liked it so much that I kept going. I kept looking for opportunities to be someone else. I was in high school plays, summer theater productions, and in college, I was in 15 out of 16 plays and musicals. That one was a Scottish war play, and it just did not appeal to me. And from what I was told, I made the best decision to sit that one out. After college, I continued to work with community theater groups. About 10 years ago, no, a little bit longer, maybe let's say 12, a friend of mine, a community theater director, asked me if I would like to direct a summer theater production. Direct? Me? Okay. Why not? So I took on a new role. I was the director, and I discovered that I really, really loved directing. I'm not sure if you realize this, but when you see a show, everything, and I mean everything that you see is a decision that was made by the director, or at least if you're seeing a show with a really low budget. As the director of little summer theater productions and middle school productions, I get to decide on the lighting, the costumes, the sound cues, the props, the set, the entrances, the exits, the cast, the stage crew, the program, the tickets, the rehearsal schedule, the choreography, the advertising, the marketing. Oh my gosh. Do you understand why I get a little crazy in January, February, March each year? My life kind of stops. My friends know they're not going to see me during those months. Everything, if I'm not eating, sleeping, teaching in the classroom, my life is consumed by making all those components come together to put together the best performance that I can for my cast and my audience. Nothing happens on stage unless I make it a decision to happen, unless I decide that it should happen that way and at that time. I tell my cast, directors don't like surprises. When I direct, I have complete control. It's a lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure, but I like how it feels to take this lifeless black and white script and make it come alive according to my vision. I read the script and I see the final performance when I read that script. Sometimes for our dream study group, I even dream about the show, and I'll see set pieces and I'll see costumes and I'll see various things. It's kind of exciting when the dream happens before it actually happens on stage, but we know that's how it all works. As I became familiar with the beliefs and practices of CSL, I slowly started to realize that all this magic isn't limited to just what happens on stage in a theater. I'm the lead actor, the director, heck, even the playwright of my own production. And the title is My Life. And it's true for me, and it's true for you too. Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. That's a line from As You Like It. as you like it. Isn't that a great title? Doesn't that match? Remember, there's no coincidences. Life is how you make it. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women are merely players, performers. What role are we playing each day? We play various roles, don't we? I'm a mother, I'm a teacher, I'm a friend, I'm a neighbor, I'm a director. We play so many different roles. Can we make our performance genuine, honest, and authentic? Or is it all for show? Do we become someone else when we're not on stage, when we don't have an audience? If we don't take center stage and be the star of our own performance, then we give silent permission to others to decide the details of our story and the destiny of our life. We let other people direct our life story. Ouch. I spent many years letting others direct my life. I stepped into the role of director around the same time that I started attending CSL services and taking classes. And remember, guys, there's no such thing as a coincidence. We have choice in everything that we do. I have total control, not just when I'm the director of a show, but I have total control of my life. Some people go about their lives and they're constantly stuck in dress rehearsal without ever moving on to the real thing because they're afraid of messing up, drawing too much attention to themselves, or being too loud, or being too bold, or being too meek. But we have to be willing to show up and take center stage, step into the spotlight, and add our light, our talent to the production. And if so, then we have to take responsibility and accountability for our own role, our own preparedness, our own readiness to take center stage and play with our full attention and focus. I tell my young performers before they step out on stage that I want them to be selfish, egocentric. I want them to focus on their lines, their props, their entrances, and their exits. Don't focus on anything else. And if everybody is playing their own part and focused on their lines and their entrances and exits and their props, then it all comes together. Everybody is doing their part and making their contribution with their full focus, their full attention. So, are we willing to bring what we have so that we can grow, develop, and dig deeper? Can we truly, truly take center stage and the spotlight in our lives? It's up to us to really look at what we bring and give full attention to what we can bring. Is it the best we have to offer? Are we holding back a little bit? Are we willing to receive feedback so that we can improve our performance? Or do we take that feedback personally and perhaps react with oversensitivity and get devastated by it? That happens to a lot of performers. You've heard some stories about people who gave up. They step off the stage, remove themselves from the spotlight, and they become invisible. I once heard that Fred Astaire kept something that someone wrote after he auditioned, and it was slightly bold, can sing and act a little. And he kept this framed on his piano. And it reminded him, not everybody's going to appreciate your talents, but thank goodness Fred Astaire didn't stop there, right? What if he let those words dictate, somebody else dictate his life and his determination? He kept that framed on his piano as a reminder. Believe in yourself. Don't listen to the voices of others. Be the director of your own show. And thank goodness Fred Astaire did not give up. Do we allow ourselves to benefit from the experience and incorporate the lessons learned into our next attempt so that we can apply the wisdom that we've collected along the way? Do we forgive ourselves for not doing better? Do we applaud our efforts for even trying? Because, oh my gosh, it takes a lot of courage to step out of the wings and step into the spotlight on center stage. Do we keep trying and striving to do our very best? These are questions that can help us not only engage and participate in life, but also to shine no matter what the circumstances. In theater, there's an expression, bad dress rehearsal, good show. Have you ever heard that before? As a director, I love it when things go wrong in the dress rehearsal, the final dress rehearsal. If things don't go wrong, the cast gets a little too confident and they go out on opening night and mistakes happen. If there's a few things that go wrong, then we all focus on, okay, what do we need to do? What do we need to do to fix that? How can we make it better? A bad dress rehearsal is awesome. You want to make mistakes. You want things to go wrong because then everybody's hyper focused. We're going to make this right. We're going to have a good show for the audience. We acknowledge that it's our mistakes that push us, that challenge us, that make us come back stronger. And guys, there's never been a time when a director canceled a show because someone made a mistake. It just even makes me laugh to say that. There's never been a time when a director canceled a show because there were a bunch of mistakes. It was a disaster at the dress rehearsal. No, they never cancel a show. They take a lot of notes. They might call the cast in a little early. We're going to run this scene before we have an audience. But they never cancel it. They go, okay, mistakes happen. Things happen. We assess what we need to change and we address it. We fix it. And here's the other thing that you need to know. I know, and the cast knows, the show won't be perfect. It's very, very rare. It's happened a few times where after a show I went, wow, that was a perfect show. And I can tell you the time that I said it, the cast, there was a star in the show, a lead role, who was like, oh my gosh, I messed up terribly. She was beside herself. She was crying backstage because she didn't think it was a great show. And here I am saying, that was a perfect show. So sometimes it shows you our perception is wrong. We don't see what others see. And guys, it's live theater. Mistakes will happen. But odds are no one in the audience is going to know unless we let it show. They don't have the script. I tell this to my young actors. If you mess up, go with it. If somebody misses an entrance, go with it. If you forget your prop, go with it. The audience doesn't know. I did a production last November. No, it wasn't. Oh my gosh, it was 2019. And it was with our middle school drama class. And we were performing at the local high school. And we were doing a production called Puffs. It's a parody of Harry Potter. And the high school crew was doing the same show. But they gave our middle school drama kids the Saturday matinee. So we were performing on a stage that we don't normally perform with. We were sharing costumes. We were sharing props. Some of my students were wearing costumes they never wore before for that performance in front of an audience, using props that we haven't practiced with. I've never been so nervous as a director. I held my breath up in the light booth during that entire performance because the unfamiliarity of it. Whenever I have a show and I'm a director, I don't let the audience see it until I am fully confident. You know, I work hard with the rehearsals, lining them up so that when the audience is there, I know that we have a great show. This one had me just a little nervous because we only had 2 practices on that stage. And like I said, some of the kids hadn't worn the costumes. But here was the funny part of that. I just said the audience doesn't know the lines. They don't know the script. The high school kids who were in that performance sat in the audience. They knew the lines. They knew when my cast missed an entrance. They knew when we messed up. But here was the best part. They were the most supportive audience you could imagine because they recognized we're theater people. We're all in this together. Even when somebody was late, when somebody missed it, they were right with us. They were cheering. And I will never forget that incredible spirit of community. We say all the time in theater that we accept everybody. We welcome everyone. You can't sing, you can't dance. It doesn't matter. We'll put you in charge of props. We'll hand you a paintbrush. You can't paint, you can't hammer. We'll put you in charge of something. We'll find a place for you. And that's oneness. And that's a really neat thing when you get to see that happen, especially when you get to see that happen with young people. There's a quote. The source is a little uncertain. Somebody says it came from Alexander Pope. Whate'er thou art, act well thou thy part. Acting your part well simply means that wherever you are in the moment, you have a choice to do your best, to be as useful as possible, to bring forth and move towards your best and highest good, and perhaps bring a few people along the way. So here are the 3 discussion points that I'm just share with you that illustrate this point of view, what I've been talking about. The first one is take center stage. When we take center stage in our life, there's an opportunity for us to show up consciously and authentically in a situation and fully show the world who we are. There's also an opportunity to tap in and dig deep to allow our true divine selves to shine like no other time before. We get a chance to beam our light, no matter how much darkness we are currently experiencing. When we stand in the spotlight, there will be darkness around us. What good is a spotlight if all the stage is brightly lit? In fact, it's those dark experiences that enhance and strengthen who we really are and bring out the true depth of our character to the role if we apply it. Isn't that the truth? Think back to the dark times in your life. Didn't they teach you so much? Didn't you grow? Didn't you learn? We have to own our greatness and for it to truly shine forth. We get to turn it on and turn it up and take center stage and show the world and ourselves who we truly are, an expression of God. In A Return to Love, a book I read cover to cover. Thank you so much, Elaine, for putting that book in my hands. A book by Marianne Williamson. She states, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. So step onto the center stage. Take your spot in the spotlight and live life fully. The second little discussion point is let your light shine. Some people taught us and instructed us that we should subdue. I know Charlene and I've shared, like sometimes we have to like tamper our energy level because we can kind of overpower people. We're like a tsunami of positive energy. I can remember taking my first practitioner class and I was so excited. I had to kind of sit on my hands sometimes. So I wasn't jumping in. Oh, I know the answer. Oh, I want to share this. But it's okay. Sometimes making sure you're not stepping on others' toes to get out there and let your light shine. If we let those messages of keep everything covered up, don't shine with your full potential, don't put yourself out there, these messages will seep into our consciousness and they'll wreak havoc with our intention to excel and grow and expand. It's a modern day way to hide our lamp under a bowl or a bushel, as the Bible reference in the song goes, so that our light is barely visible and might even get extinguished. It's a way of playing small in the world so that we don't outshine others or make them feel insecure. But we know that when we let our light shine, we give others permission to let their light shine in the way that they know that they can shine best with their own unique gifts. When Noel Coward was asked for his advice to actors, there's a story that his reply was speak clearly, project your voice, and don't bump into the furniture. There's a variation of the story that it was speak clearly, project your voice, and don't bump into other people. I kind of like that. Let's apply that to our lives. Let your light shine. Speak clearly with intention. Project your voice. Let your unique voice and talent be heard and seen. And don't bump into other people or furniture. Don't intentionally hurt others. And don't get caught up in the set pieces, the furniture, the little things that don't really matter. Think about that. I'm going to take that one. Don't bump into the furniture. When I come across something that's like a little annoyance, just, oh my gosh, the play would be just as great if that couch isn't on the set, right? There are people who have performed in shows without any set pieces whatsoever. So don't let the little pieces of furniture get in your way. Don't let the little problems bog you down. Let your light shine. If you get caught up in the little things that don't really matter, who or what purpose does that serve? No one, not us and not others. Let your light shine. We were each created with our own personal abilities and talents that are unique to us. And only we can bring forth these gifts and share them with the world. We each have a special gift. So speak clearly and project your voice. And when I'm not just talking about your words, it's let your light shine. Let your gifts come through. Don't let anything cover it up. And don't let you, hold yourself back. The world wouldn't be the same without us, or else we wouldn't be here. We each have our unique purpose to bring forth and bring to center stage. Remember, you are star stuff. You're made of the same elements that the stars are made of, so let your light shine. And the third and final talking point, they say, is ripe for change. At first, I was a little thrown. What does that have to do with being on center stage? Lights, camera, action. It's the action part. We are in the great turning. I love that phrase. I read that a couple times. Don't you feel there's a shift going on? Don't you think there's like a struggle happening out there? It's almost like the birth pains, right? There's a lot going on. You can't pay attention to the news without seeing, holy cow, what is happening? And there's a great turning. Light workers are activating their spiritual practices and activism toward manifesting a new world order of truth. And we know that truth with that capital T is going to win, is going to eventually overpower and conquer some of the things that we see that we know are not the truth. We're creating new systems and new structures that are free from oppression and racism and domination over those who are focused on marginalization. This is a very key moment in world history, and we are ripe for change. Why are we in this massive shift? Are we making space or taking space? Are we supporting the underserved, the underrepresented, the underprivileged, and creating opportunities for those also to shine? How are we helping to crumble the limiting thoughts of the past and create a society where everyone's light can shine brightly? Are we using our privilege and our position, our authority, and our voice to educate and inform our next steps? It all makes a difference. How we play our role is paramount to the picture, the performance, the world stage. This is a time for action and engagement. We are all needed on center stage to make our world more equitable, just, and fair, for total freedom and liberation from the limitations of the past. These actions will help to heal, to transform, and to ensure that we all get to live out loud and we all get to shine brightly, that we are all creating and directing a world that works for everyone. Act well thy part, that we can all speak clearly, project our unique voices, and not bump into the furniture or each other. The truth is unwavering. We are all here for this time, and it's to support the healing of our planet, all its life forms, and beyond. Our individual lights help the collective light to shine brighter. As we open to living out loud, we can bring all that we are to the center stage. What we may call imperfection is the perfection of God. There is no such thing as being broken in God. What we call bad dress rehearsal is just what we need to see and assess what needs to be changed, what needs to be corrected, what needs to be fixed. If we bring our light, our shadows, our nooks, our crannies, and everything else to center stage, we create an authentic, genuine, and stellar performance. If each does our part, if each of us speaks clearly, projects our voice, and takes center stage without bumping into each other, then we will have a much more holistic outcome. Holistic. One that works for everybody. Everyone's included. And it'll be better than anything we've ever experienced before. This is what is needed in a great turning. So, are you ready to step into the light and take center stage? Are you ready to become a director in your life story? Are you ready to give the audience a show that they'll never forget? Come and join me on stage. It's so much fun. Lights, camera, action, let's go. And now it's time to go into our prayer. So give me a moment just to check the chat, see if we have any prayer requests or celebrations. I don't see anything. I know there's a lot going on. There might be something in your heart that you didn't put in the chat. I have some friends who are going through some health issues, so I'm going to try to include that and know that you can join in the prayer, and whatever you have in your heart, it's being spoken. There is a divine presence, an omnipotent intelligence that is the organizing principle of all life. This is one that we call spirit. It is in all, of all, as all. Like Leah said in her song, it is the light that is above, around us, within us, expressing as powerful and beautiful unfoldment of the absolute perfection. It is forever expanding as it creates more life out of itself. The spirit is the one creator. And as a creation of this one, I am made of that which it is. There is no part of me that is separated from this divine spirit. There is no aspect of the spirit that is missing in me. Everything that it is, I too am. It is abundance, and I have abundance in my life. It is joy, and I have joy in my life. It is health and wholeness, and I have that too in my life. I know that I am made of everything that it is. There's no part of me that is separate. And I know that this is the truth for me now, and I know it is the truth for all others. I gladly step into the spotlight and share my unique talents with the world. I play my part well. I shine my unique light on life's center stage, and I take each step with ease, knowing that I create my life each and every day. It is as I want it to be. I'm the co-director and the co-creator of my life story. I speak clearly and loudly. I let my light shine brightly. Divine intelligence guides me in a perfect knowingness about what to do and when to do it. There is ease, there's peace. Everything is lining up. In every scene in my life, there is perfect timing. Everything comes to me. Everything comes forward on stage just as I need it. Nothing has the power to pull my attention or my focus away from my intention of moving forward toward my best and highest good. I know that I am made of star stuff, and I let my light shine for all to see. I am so grateful that I can step out and stay onto the stage each day with a smile on my face and with confidence in my actions because I have been prepared by the ultimate director. I am so grateful for the knowledge and the faith that I have in the divine intelligence that guides, supports, and directs each and every step, each and every decision that I make. It is with complete faith and joy that I release my word into the law of cause and effect, knowing that it is already so, because it is done to me as I believe. As I speak, I create. Life is so good, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Tim. Hmm. Shine. No, let's try that again. Shine, shine, shine. Shine, shine, shine. Living and loving the light that's mine. Shine, shine, shine. Shine, shine, shine. Shine, shine, shine. Living and loving the light that's mine. Shine, shine, shine. Shine, 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 shine. Shine, 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 shine. Living and loving the light that's mine. Shine, shine, shine. This great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. This great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. This great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. You sing with me? This great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. This great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time we're singing. This great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine. This great light I am, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I let it shine, let it shine, I let it shine. I let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you.
I would be like, get back up here, do another round if we were in person. Leah, how does it sound like you're a whole band and it's just you and a guitar? It's crazy. You're so good. Thank you so much. Woo. And Tamara, thank you for that beautiful, beautiful message. That's our talented girl up there in the spotlight. Yes. So my heart is so full. Okay, I forgot how to share screen. I don't even know. What's my name? Oh, yeah. Let's get it wrapped up. Such a great time today. So, my friends and family, it's so grateful for us to be together. And as you know, now is the time for us to share our gifts. And we do this donation thing, because not only to support our center, but to also give as to be in the flow, the reciprocal flow. As you saw in the opening video, we believe in the law of circulation. So we are a tithing community. Not only do we tithe to our home office, CSL, the Centers for Spiritual Living, we also give charitably. So those gifts and donations that you guys share with us, I can't tell you how grateful I am. So grateful. This is how we exist. So we are always looking for suggestions as well. Every quarter we give to charitable organizations. So if you have any suggestions, please go onto our website and click give at cslleesburg.org. All right, so whichever way you choose to give, and there are many ways, please review the screen to figure out which way works for you, be it Cash App or PayPal or the website, many different ways. Some of you give directly and automatically. I do appreciate that. Just take it, take your gift. If it's automatic, just imagine your gift, it's in your hand. Hold it over your heart and say with me our affirmation. The presence of spirit within me blesses everyone I meet, tends to heal everything I touch, brings gladness into the lives of everyone I contact. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and to the day in which I live. And so it is. Whew. All right. Let's talk about announcements. We have 2 classes that we have opened up for enrollment. If you go on to cslleesburg.org and click classes, you'll see 2 live registration links. The first one that you'll see on the page is the first one you see on this screen. It's for those of you who've had a foundations class with us before. If you've already taken our usual foundations class, it's time to talk about our roots. What about our historical foundations? So this is historical roots. We're going to delve for 10 weeks into all of the blocks that led up to where we are now in New Thought. It's amazing. It's transformational. And I invite you to join us. It'll be Monday nights at 7 p.m. We'll go probably, I don't know if we're going to go all the way to 10 p.m. Eastern. Might leave a little early every night, but we'll do it over Zoom. And I look forward to seeing you there. Tamara and I are going to be teaching that together. And the other class for the beginners, for the people who haven't had any class with us yet, well, Sundays, starting June 7th, that's your day to come with us. We are going to do the 5-week Change Your Thinking, Change Your Whole Life class. And it's really going to help shine the light that Tamara talked about onto this whole stage that is ours. So I look forward to seeing you there as well. And it's Sunday afternoons from 1 to 3:30. So you'll have some time after Sunday talk to go grab lunch, come on back and take our class. It'll be wonderful. Please join us. We are taking a break for a dream study for the summer, but we'll see you back in the fall. And that's all I have to say today. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Tamara, for such a beautiful talk. Thank you, Leah, for such great music. And in a big heart full of gratitude, I would like you to join with me on our closing affirmation. So as Tamara does, go ahead and turn off your, oh, yeah, sorry. You can't turn off your mic, can you? Darn it. Fine. Well, just say with me out loud, I am love.
I am love.
Yes. Now say, you are love. Yeah. Who's you? You're looking around. Is there a furry pet? Is there a spouse? Is there anybody else? Look at the screen. You are love. Yes.
You are love. Yes.
Yeah. Put your hands up in the air and wave them like it's all love. Say it's all love.
It's
It's
all
all
love.
Okay, stick around. We're going to have pearls. I know I have a few pearls. If you're watching on Facebook, log off. Come on over to Zoom on our cslleesburg.org link. Click it. Join us. We're going to have some coffee together. We're going to laugh and introduce new people to each other. Can't wait to see you here. Good afternoon, you guys.